Have you ever felt tired after doing nothing? Your body was resting, but your mind was working. You kept thinking about the past. You kept worrying about the future. You replayed the same conversation. You imagined different outcomes. You searched for answers that never came. Then you looked at the time. Hours had passed. Nothing had changed, except your peace. This is the reality of overthinking. It does not make your life better. It makes your mind heavier. The strange part is that most people believe overthinking is helping them. They believe they are being careful. They believe they are preparing for the future. But they are doing the opposite. They are feeding fear. Every negative thought creates another negative thought. Every question creates another question. Soon, your own mind becomes the loudest voice in the room. You stop trusting yourself. You stop enjoying the present. You start living inside your head. This is why overthinking is so dangerous. It does not destroy your life in one day. It steals it one thought at a time. But there is something you need to understand. Your mind is not your enemy. It is trying to protect you. Your brain was designed to look for danger. Thousands of years ago, this helped humans survive. People who noticed danger early had a better chance of staying alive. The problem is that your brain still works the same way today. It searches for danger even when there is none. A small mistake feels like a disaster. A delayed message feels like rejection. One bad day feels like your whole life is falling apart. Your brain cannot always separate real danger from imagined danger. So it keeps thinking. It keeps searching. It keeps creating possibilities. The more possibilities it creates, the more anxious you become. That is how overthinking takes control. The good news is that this cycle can be broken. You do not need a different brain. You need a different way of using it. In this video, you will learn why people overthink. You will understand what psychology says about it. And you will discover practical ways to finally find peace. Let's begin. Have you ever asked yourself why your mind refuses to stay quiet? The answer is simple. Your brain believes it is helping you. Every human brain has one main job: to keep you alive. It does not care about comfort. It does not care about happiness. Its first priority is survival. That is why your brain is always looking for danger. This instinct helped our ancestors survive for thousands of years. If they ignored danger, they died. If they noticed danger early, they lived. Over time, the brain became very good at expecting the worst. The problem is that the world has changed. Most of us are no longer running from wild animals. We are dealing with exams, relationships, jobs, money, and the opinions of other people. But your brain reacts almost the same way. It treats emotional pain like physical danger. That is why a simple mistake can feel so painful. That is why one negative comment can stay in your mind for days. That is why one failed opportunity can make you question your entire future. Your brain is trying to stop you from getting hurt again. So it keeps thinking. It keeps analyzing. It keeps searching for the perfect answer. But there is one problem. Life does not have perfect answers. No amount of thinking can remove every risk. No amount of planning can predict every outcome. The more your brain searches for complete certainty, the more anxious it becomes. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. You believe that if you think long enough, you can control what happens next. But life does not work that way. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be things you cannot control. The people who find peace are not the people who control everything. They are the people who accept that they cannot control everything. This is one of the biggest differences between a peaceful mind and an anxious mind. One accepts uncertainty. The other fights it every single day. The truth is that your brain is not broken. It is simply doing the job it was designed to do. The goal is not to stop your brain from thinking. The goal is to stop believing every thought it produces. Because not every thought deserves your attention. And not every fear deserves your belief. The moment you understand this, you take the first real step toward a calmer and stronger mind. There is one habit that keeps overthinking alive. It is the need to control everything. Most people never notice it. They believe they are simply being careful. But deep inside, they are chasing certainty. They want to know what will happen tomorrow. They want every decision to be perfect. They want every relationship to be secure. They want every plan to succeed. The problem is that life does not work this way. No one knows exactly what tomorrow will bring. No one can predict every outcome. No one can avoid every mistake. Yet, the overthinking mind keeps trying. It asks endless questions. Did I say the right thing? Did I make the right decision? What if I fail? What if everything goes wrong? At first, these questions seem harmless, but after a while, they become exhausting. Your mind keeps running. Your body becomes tired. Your emotions become heavier, and your confidence slowly disappears. Think about this. Have you ever spent hours thinking about a decision, then finally made a choice, only to realize that all those hours of worrying changed nothing? The outcome was going to happen anyway. This is one of the biggest lies overthinking tells you. It tells you that more thinking will always lead to better answers. Sometimes that is true, but many times it only creates more confusion. Imagine standing at a crossroads. Instead of choosing a path, you spend the whole day thinking about every possible outcome. While you are still standing there, someone else simply takes one path and starts moving. They may not know if it is the perfect path, but they understand something important. Progress comes from action, not endless thinking. This is why successful people are not people who never feel fear. They simply refuse to let fear make every decision. They accept that mistakes are part of growth. They learn. They adjust. Then they keep moving. You cannot think your way into a better life. At some point, you must live it. You must make decisions. You must accept uncertainty. You must trust yourself enough to move forward. Because every moment you spend trying to control the future is a moment you lose in the present. And the present is the only place where your life is actually happening. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing every thought that enters their mind. Just because you think something does not mean it is true. Your mind creates thousands of thoughts every single day. Some are useful. Some are meaningless. Some are completely false. The problem is that overthinking makes every thought feel important. A small doubt becomes a fact. A small fear becomes reality. You stop questioning your thoughts. Instead, you believe them. Imagine you send a message to someone. Hours pass. They do not reply. Your mind immediately starts creating stories. Maybe they are angry. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe they do not like me anymore. Maybe I ruined everything. But none of those thoughts are facts. They are only guesses. The truth could be much simpler. Maybe they were busy. Maybe their phone battery died. Maybe they forgot to reply. You simply do not know. This is how overthinking steals your peace. It fills the empty spaces with negative stories, and your brain believes those stories without asking for evidence. Psychologists call this negative thinking bias. The brain naturally pays more attention to possible danger than possible success. It does this to protect you, but sometimes that protection becomes a problem. The next time you catch yourself overthinking, stop for a moment. Ask yourself one simple question. Do I know this is true? Or am I only imagining it? That one question can completely change the direction of your thoughts. Because facts create clarity. Assumptions create anxiety. Strong minds do not believe every thought they have. They examine their thoughts. They challenge them. They replace fear with facts. The moment you stop believing every thought, you stop giving every thought power. And that is when your mind slowly begins to find peace. Overthinking does not become stronger overnight. It grows through repetition. Every time you give fear your attention, you make it stronger. Every time you replay the same memory, you teach your brain that it is important. Every time you imagine the worst outcome, you tell your mind to keep looking for more danger. Without realizing it, you build a habit. The brain loves habits. It repeats whatever you practice the most. If you practice confidence, confidence grows. If you practice gratitude, gratitude grows. But if you practice worry every day, worry becomes your default way of thinking. This is why some people overthink almost everything, not because they are weak, but because their brain has learned that worrying is normal. The good news is that habits can be changed. Your brain has an amazing ability called neuroplasticity. This means it can create new pathways throughout your life. Every time you choose a healthier way of thinking, you make those new pathways stronger. At first, it will feel difficult. Your old habits will keep pulling you back. Your mind will tell you to keep worrying, to keep checking, to keep analyzing. But every time you refuse to follow that habit, you take away a little of its power. Think of it like walking through a forest. The path you use every day becomes clear. The path you stop using slowly disappears. Your thoughts work the same way. The more you feed overthinking, the stronger it becomes. The more you feed calm thinking, the stronger that becomes instead. Real change does not happen because of one big decision. It happens because of small choices repeated every day. One calmer response, one healthier thought, one moment of letting go. Those small moments may seem unimportant, but over time, they completely change the way your mind works. You cannot always control the first thought that enters your mind, but you can choose whether to give it your attention, and that choice has the power to change your life. One of the hardest things to do is to let go. We hold on to mistakes. We hold on to regret. We hold on to words that were spoken years ago. We hold on to things we cannot change. Then we wonder why our minds never feel peaceful. The truth is simple. You cannot move forward while carrying the weight of the past. Many people believe letting go means giving up. It does not. Letting go means accepting reality. It means accepting that the past cannot be changed. No amount of thinking will change yesterday. No amount of regret will rewrite your story. The only thing overthinking changes is today. Imagine carrying a heavy bag everywhere you go. At first, you believe you can handle it. But after a while, your shoulders begin to hurt. Your body becomes tired. Your steps become slower. The bag did not become heavier. You simply carried it for too long. Overthinking works the same way. Every memory you refuse to release becomes another weight on your mind. Every regret becomes another burden. Eventually, your mind becomes exhausted. Strong people are not those who never experience pain. Strong people know when to put the weight down. They learn from the past, then they leave it behind. This does not happen in one day. It is a choice you make again and again. Every time an old mistake enters your mind, remind yourself of one thing. The lesson is valuable. The guilt is not. Keep the lesson. Leave the guilt. That is how you grow. You deserve peace, not because your life is perfect, but because you are no longer allowing the past to control your present. The moment you stop carrying what you cannot change, you create space for something better, hope, confidence, and a calmer mind. Have you noticed something about overthinking? Your mind is almost never focused on the present. It is either living in the past or worrying about the future. Very rarely is it focused on what is happening right now. That is why overthinking steals your peace, because peace can only be found in the present moment. Think about a child playing outside. The child is not worrying about next week. The child is not replaying yesterday. The child is simply enjoying the moment. As we grow older, we lose this ability. Our minds become busy. We think about bills, responsibilities, mistakes, expectations. Slowly, we forget how to simply be present. But this ability can be learned again. Start by paying attention to what is happening around you. Notice your breathing. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the feeling of your feet touching the ground. These small actions may seem too simple, but they bring your attention back to reality. Overthinking survives by pulling you away from the present. The present is where its power becomes weaker. Whenever your mind starts racing, ask yourself one question. What is happening right now? Not tomorrow. Not next year. Right now. Most of the time, you will discover that you are safe. Your mind created a problem. Reality did not. This simple habit trains your brain to stop chasing imaginary dangers. Instead, it learns to focus on what is real. The present moment is not always perfect, but it is always more peaceful than the disasters your mind imagines. The more time you spend living in the present, the less control overthinking has over your life. A calm mind is not built by thinking about everything. It is built by giving your full attention to the moment you are living in. And that is where real peace begins. There is one thing that overthinking hates: action. Overthinking keeps you in your head. Action brings you back to reality. Think about how many times you delayed something because you wanted the perfect moment. You wanted more confidence, more certainty, more information. So you waited. Days passed. Weeks passed. Sometimes even years. Nothing changed, except the fear became bigger. This is what overthinking does. It convinces you that thinking is the same as making progress. But it is not. Thinking without action changes nothing. Imagine standing at the edge of a swimming pool. You spend an hour thinking about the water. You wonder if it will be cold. You wonder if you are ready. You wonder what could happen. But the only way to find out is to jump. Life works the same way. You cannot think your way into confidence. You build confidence by taking action. Every small step teaches your brain something important. You survived. You are stronger than you thought. You can handle uncertainty. This is how fear begins to lose its power. Do not wait until you feel ready. Most people never feel completely ready. They simply decide to move anyway. Start with one small step. Make the phone call. Apply for the job. Begin the project. Have the difficult conversation. Take the first step today. It does not have to be perfect. It only has to move you forward. Remember this. Action creates clarity. Overthinking creates confusion. The more you act, the less time your mind has to create imaginary problems. Every step forward is proof that you are taking control of your life, not by controlling every outcome, but by controlling your response. That is the mindset of a stronger mind. By now, you understand something important. Overthinking is not your enemy. It is a habit. And like every habit, it can be changed. This does not happen overnight. There is no magic solution. There is no single trick that makes overthinking disappear forever. Building a stronger mind is a daily decision. Some days will be easy. Other days will be difficult. That is normal. The goal is not to have a perfect mind. The goal is to have a stronger one. A stronger mind does not panic every time life becomes uncertain. It stays calm. It thinks clearly. Then it moves forward. Strong people still feel fear. They still make mistakes. They still have bad days. The difference is that they do not let those moments control their lives. They accept what they cannot change. They learn from every experience. Then they keep moving. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you never remove the weeds, they will take over. But if you care for the garden every day, it becomes stronger, healthier, and more beautiful. Your thoughts work the same way. Feed your mind with fear. Fear will grow. Feed your mind with courage. Courage will grow. Feed your mind with peace. Peace will grow. Every day you decide which thoughts deserve your attention. Every day you decide what kind of person you are becoming. Your future is not shaped by one big decision. It is shaped by the small choices you make every single day. Choose peace. Choose action. Choose growth. Most importantly, choose to believe that you are stronger than your fears. Because the moment you stop letting fear control your mind, your life begins to change. And that is the moment you begin to build a truly stronger mind. Every day you wake up with a choice. You can let your thoughts control you, or you can learn to control your thoughts. The choice is yours. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be problems. There will always be moments that test your strength. That is part of being human. But you do not have to suffer twice. You do not have to create pain that does not exist. You do not have to spend today worrying about tomorrow. Life is happening right now. Do not miss it because your mind is living somewhere else. Remember this. Your thoughts are powerful, but they are not your master. You have the power to question them. You have the power to ignore them. You have the power to replace them with better ones. That is how a stronger mind is built. Not in one day, not in 1 week, but one decision at a time. The next time your mind starts racing, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself one simple question. Is this thought helping me, or is it hurting me? That one question can change everything. Because peace is not found by controlling every situation. Peace is found by learning to control your response. Never forget this. A calm mind is a powerful mind. A disciplined mind is a free mind. And a stronger mind is a mind that refuses to be controlled by fear. If this video helped you see overthinking in a different way, make sure you subscribe to The Stronger Mind. There is a lot more to learn, and this is only the beginning. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.